Hello everyone, Nivedita is here and brought a video on a topic transcription. This is a topic and is a part of protein synthesis. You know very well protein synthesis occurs at ribosome and it is having two main steps, transcription and translation. So this is a step transcription. Okay, though the topic seems to be very lengthy, but if studied in parts and step by step, then the topic becomes easy. So in transcription, when we say transcription, so central dogma you know very well. Okay, so it is the step or it is the process of formation of messenger RNA. Messenger RNA from the DNA is called as the transcription. Okay, transcription is a process in which messenger RNA is formed from the DNA. And this whole process of formation, it is just based on the process or in the on the principle of complementarity. Means whatever strand will be formed, it will be complementary to the DNA strand. Means DNA is having the two strands and only one of the strand gets copied into the messenger RNA. Means both the strands do not form RNA. So the process begins with the transcription unit, because DNA is a very long thread and it is having so much of information. So it's a small part which is having a information and which needs to be translated. That small part is called as the transcription unit. So this means transcription unit is present on the DNA, and this unit consists of three regions: promoter region, structural gene and the terminator. Promoter means it is the site from where the process of transcription will begin. Means this is a site where RNA polymerase enzyme will get attached. Second region is structural gene, and these are the genes which codes for the enzymes or any kind of proteins which needs to be synthesized. So structural gene carry that information. And the terminator, the term itself is giving its a meaning. The terminator means here the process of transcription stops or ends. So these are the three regions of the transcription unit. Transcription unit and the gene. See, the segment of DNA which is coding for a polypeptide chain is called as cistron. Means cistron is that part which is having the information for a polypeptide chain. That is a cistron. And in eukaryotes, the transcription unit poses a structural gene specific only for a single polypeptide, not for many polypeptide. For a single polypeptide, cistron is having the information, and that's why it is called as monocistronic. But in prokaryotes, the transcription unit poses structural genes and is called as polycistronic. Means there the information is for many polypeptide chains. And one more difference is here: the gene in the eukaryotes, they carry coding and non-coding parts. Okay, coding and non-coding parts. So the coding parts are called as exon, whereas the non-coding, which means non-coding means which is not going to be expressed in the form of protein, that is called as introns. So gene is having both the segments, but mRNA contains only exon. Exon means which is going to be translated in the form of so the structure of a transcription unit. First, the DNA dependent RNA polymerase means RNA polymerase is that enzyme which will catalyze the polymerization of nucleotides, and this enzyme also works in only in one direction, that is 5' to 3'. Means the RNA will be formed on the DNA strand that has the polarity of 3' to 5', and this strand will only act as a template strand, and the other strand which is not going to be transcripted, that is called as the coding strand. You have not to get confused over here. Its name is coding strand, but it is not going to be decoded, means not going to be translated. Okay, its name only is coding strand. Means the promoter is located towards 5' end, because the process will begin from here only. And this promoter will provide the binding site for the RNA polymerase. And the terminator, that will be towards the 3' end, where the process of transcription will be started. See, this is a diagram of transcription unit which is showing the both the strands of the DNA. One is template strand and the other is coding strand, as well as its three regions: promoter, structural gene, and the terminator. So this is the transcription unit, and this is from the point of examination. This is very important as well. So in this video we will study transcription in prokaryotes. So in the beginning I told you that the structural gene in the prokaryotes is polycistronic and continuous. Polycistronic means it codes for many chains. So in the prokaryotes we can have the example of bacteria. So in the bacteria, the transcription of all three types of RNA, that is mRNA, tRNA and RNA, the all types of RNA formation is catalyzed by a single DNA dependent enzyme called as the RNA polymerase. Means only one type of RNA polymerase. So RNA polymerase is there, and this RNA polymerase has cofactors. There are few cofactors along with the sigma factor, and these cofactors and the sigma factor will catalyze the process. So the transcription, it can be studied in 3 steps. First step is initiation. So you know sigma factor. The sigma factor will recognize the starting signal and the promoter region on the DNA. This is the function of the sigma factor. Okay, and as the sigma factor will identify, the RNA polymerase will bind to the promoter site and the process will be initiated. This is the first step. Second step is elongation. So after the initiation of the process, RNA polymerase loses the sigma factor, but it continuously polymerizes the ribonucleotides to form RNA. So the process of formation of RNA will be continued. Now the third step is termination. So once the RNA polymerase reaches the termination region of DNA, the RNA polymerase gets separated from the DNA and RNA which was formed over there, and this process, the process of termination, it is facilitated by a termination factor called as the Rho factor. These are the diagrams which shows all the three steps. Means whenever question is asked, the along with the answer there should be diagram as well. So diagrams are showing the whole process of initiation, elongation and termination.